it's going to have an effect.
Well, interestingly, he chose not to warm up, so that might have been a cagey move to conserve some energy. I haven't seen any fatigue from any of the Vietnamese players, so I don't expect it to have a huge impact.
Point, Chennai.
A few matches ago, in my own match, Nam versus Hien on my team was some of the most sublime singles I've ever seen. But in the next tie, in the next day, Max Green gave an unbelievable effort to take out Hien for the Dili team. So this really could be anyone's match.
It's an early cushion, 3 points ahead. Nam.
3-0.
This to rest the initiative in terms of what the tie is, which way it's headed, because 2 matches have already been split. The women's singles going Chennai's way. Maybe the men's singles also now for love.
Chennai.
Yes, early hole here for Max. Just want to reiterate how crucial the last performance was from the lanes to tie this matchup. And Brandon was so excited, he actually smashed the paddle out of his wife's hands as they were going to shake the opponent's hands. So emotions are high here for both teams.
He also pulled off a couple of side chest bumps, and I was just going to suggest that that's probably the only situation in which you can actually push your better half. And she won't mind too much when you've just won a point.
Well, Brandon and Glauca are side by side, so obviously there's been no issues about that, win or no win. They are together and team is as well, but for now, HOÄNG NAM with a 6-point lead in this one.
Point, Chennai.
Wow, it's been an impressive start here from Nam. Max has to just weather the tide unless this gets a little too out of hand.
It's the first time Max is playing outside of America. Other Max. Is that something that might affect him? He didn't show it yesterday, of course, but is that something that affects the players?
Interesting question. I think if as long as his stomach is doing well with the local food, this is his second match, so I'd say any effect that might have had, I think by now it's probably been neutralized.
There is an unfortunate phrase which is associated with the team you're representing. It's called the Delhi belly. I think it's more because it rhymes. You could get a Delhi belly technically anywhere in India.
Hold on. Max, what's your favorite food?
Oof, I'm a popcorn fan. However, I love matar paneer and that kind of stuff. I like dosas as well.
Okay, before you said the dosas, I was just going to say perfect for Delhi. You brought in dosas as well, so perfect for India, I'm going to say. The north and south of food mixing well. Matar paneer, interesting choice. Very interesting choice. No, look at the deception on that one. HOÄNG NAM running away with this one.
He's certainly on fire from a scoring perspective. We're just about 4 minutes, less than 4 minutes in, and he's up 9 love.
9-0.
However, in this season alone, we saw Baco have a 10 love lead and then go on to lose against Dusty Boyer. So it's happened before. Oh, this time the net helping him out as well, Max.
Yes. I actually try to hit the top of the net on my drive, so I would say that's excellently executed there by Nam. Max is really searching for answers here. Nam Lee is one of the best singles players in the world, so when he gets going, it's hard to stop that that tide from rolling.
And you know, us in India, we have a soft corner for him because he won a junior boys doubles at Wimbledon with an Indian partner, Sumit Nagal. So a lot of Indian supporters, I'm sure, will be rooting for HOÄNG NAM, even if they're not particularly with Chennai Super Champs.
Yeah, no small feat at all.
12-0.
At Wimbledon, one of the biggest stages. And now here, the World Pickleball League. And Max, some of the players have spoken about the spotlight that they have here on the game, the way the game goes here. in the World Pickleball League, which sometimes is quite different. They see a lot more fanfare, and they say sometimes it just sometimes is a little intimidating.
Yeah, certainly the size of the event. And also the speed. The speed is a big deal because Max Green certainly would have taken a timeout much earlier, probably around 5 or 6, to sort of stop the momentum, but that's hard to do in this format.
Good case here for pickle play because it's absolutely running away from them. At the moment, 14-love. He has lost this service, but what a start.
Yeah, it's definitely something to consider from the Mumbai bench. The pace of play in singles, though, does allow
Sam Basswood.
Stop the clock. We've got a
and there it is.
play.
There's a pickle play.
Yep, just as Devayan spoke
Play being
about,
played by Mumbai.
is it a little, like you mentioned, if it had been another league, another tournament, maybe at 5-6, you would have thought about it. 14-love, you feel they should have gone for it a little earlier? Would you have gone for it a little earlier?
Time back in.
I don't get paid to make those
14-0.
decisions. But I think maybe a few players on our team might have considered it for sure, as well as our coach, Wes.
Point, Chennai.
Pretty cool introduction, though, for Mr. Tejas, local player. He's getting his first action in the
15-0.
league. It's kind of a difficult place to be thrown in against one of the world's
Point,
best,
Chennai.
but definitely a memory that he'll have going forward.
Yeah,
16-0.
Tejas Mahajan, who would have been in the army if not playing pickleball. Not going to phase him
Point,
too much
Chennai.
coming in right now, but just the situation seems to be out of the hands, not just of Tejas,
Stoneham.
not just of Max, but out of the hands of Mumbai.
17-0.
We've seen a couple of singles matches, particularly in the women's section, which have been one-sided, but I can't recall a score like this. This is quite lopsided. 17-love, 18-love.
Chennai.
It's an incredible lead for Hoang Nam Lee, who's playing like a man possessed, one may say.
Yeah, let me just apologize to him because my first question was
18-0.
about consecutive matches and being tired. Hoang Nam is like, hey, Arpit, did you get your answer?
Point, Chennai.
Yeah, really impressive performance so far, especially from a physical standpoint. He looks like the freshest one,
19-0.
maybe in this whole venue.
Interestingly, when asked what his special talent
Side
is,
out and half
he
time.
said eating. He said,
Eating.
I like eating. And for 2-3 answers where he said, what are you doing when you're not playing pickleball? He says, I'm eating. From the looks of it, it doesn't look like it, but a chance for some of our viewers to get a break now if they want something to eat. It's halftime in this match. Chennai Super Champs in a massive lead in this men's singles in favor of Chennai. 19 points for them. Not a single point thus far.
Point.
Spoke too
Mumbai.
soon. Tejas Mahajan says, what are you talking about? Here we go. 1 point for Mumbai Pickle Power.
119.
He's got his year of birth on his jersey, 98. Comes from Jalgaon in Maharashtra. And this is pretty much the big stage for him. However, outwitted on this occasion.
end of the
Hoang
big
Nam is
play.
just playing at another level today. It is the end of that little interlude. But importantly, Tejas has pulled at least 1 point back.
Players ready. Time back in. 19-1.
Over to Max on the court and in the commentary box.
Point, Chennai.
This is a tough day for the Maxes, although, I'm getting a little bit more comfortable as this
21.
broadcasting goes on.
Point, Chennai.
Oh, this guy isn't letting any sort of
21-1.
control away from him. 21-1 with 6.5 minutes left. He has pretty much destroyed this match
Point,
in terms
Chennai.
of being equal, being close. He's
22-1.
we have the band of honor, of course, Devayan, where a player who scored the maximum points so far gets that honor. And Hoang Nam was
Point,
up in that
Chennai.
list already, and he probably saw it and said, hold on, let me just go miles higher.
And if I can just ask
23-1.
Max, your namesake, what does he do in a situation like this where the opponent is just playing such sublime pickleball?
Point, Chennai.
Do you hope for a miracle? Do you change things up? How do you try and stem the
24.
tide?
Certainly, you can start to play a different style, but mostly at this point, you want to put your heart on the line and play for pride, and play to make sure that you're, you may not win the match, but to get some momentum for your team going into the next match. And as we speak, what a stretch volley from Max Green.
We've got a pickle play being played by Chennai.
That confused quite a few people there. Hoang Nam Lee with so much music on his paddle. It almost looked like he said, why don't I just get off court and get a few breaths in?
Time back in, 124.
But that's great thought by Johnny Goldberg, because he's using the only player thus far who's not seen any action. Sonu Vishwakarma gets his first minutes of action here.
Yes, I actually really like this substitution. It's important for the whole group that everyone kind of plays a part in as many matches as possible.
Point, Chennai.
He's enjoying himself, isn't he?
Absolutely. You can't tell anyone that doesn't mean anything when the score is a 24-point difference. That was an electric shot and response.
Side out.
Sonu Vishwakarma, who
125.
at one point almost quit sport because of lack of funding. He wanted to be a cricketer when he was growing up. And then the pandemic, of course, destroying quite a few hopes and lives. And Sonu was massively affected by that. But look at him now. He's here at the World Pickleball League. He's come in for Hoang Nam Lee. That's been called out, and he scored another point. He's enjoying himself, and he's just so happy out there, Max.
Yeah, interesting point that you made there. Pickleball really has attracted players from all different sports, and it's giving a lot of us a kind of a second chance at athletic greatness.
It's a good point you make, Max, because that's something which I'm sure Arpit will also agree. Just reading through some of the stories of the players, there's so much that we can all relate to, because all of you have been through ups and downs, but you found yourself the sport which has been a great salvation, and it's been, as you said, a pathway to becoming an athlete, and an elite level athlete at that.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought my athletic career was over a few years ago, and next thing you know, this pickleball sport has just boomed. Just missing there.
That's the end of the
would have been an electric point. But yeah, just the opportunity to, I'm from Tacoma, Washington, and I'm all the way here in Mumbai on this stage. It's really, I couldn't have ever predicted where pickleball would take a lot of us, myself included. And I'm still not sure where the sport is going. I think it could go to even greater heights. Hopefully it'll be in the Olympics soon. But it's really, I'm just blessed to be a part of this sport right now.
I can tell you where it's going in terms of people playing pickleball in Mumbai, at least. On the weekends, you cannot find a pickleball court available to play. You have to book it well in advance, sometimes on weekdays as well. Everyone seems to be playing it. They're replacing other sport courts with pickleball courts. That much is the demand for this sport right now. In Mumbai, at least, I can speak for it, because I have a lot of friends who play this sport. And anyone who plays it obviously thinks that they can compete at the elite level until they find out what the elites play like. But yeah, the sport has given so much to so many people quitting their corporate jobs, they're already in coaching and coming here and getting a chance with the World Pickleball League to perform at the highest level.
Point, Mumbai.
It's really cool to hear about the pickleball scene here in Mumbai. Yeah, I've just seen it blow up in Malaysia. I've seen it blow up in Vietnam, especially. It seemed like everyone on every street corner is playing pickleball. The U.S., obviously, the birthplace. It's very strong. I think part of the appeal is the fact that absolutely anyone can play. You can, in 20 minutes or so, you can have a nice rally and enjoy yourself immediately. Where maybe a sport like tennis would take, 20 days, perhaps.
5:27.
Yeah, for anyone watching who watches it and with ease of these guys doing what they're doing and thinks, yeah, well, I can get on court and compete with them. Let me just burst that bubble.
Ball, please.
No, you can't. because there is a level.
27-5.
Everyone can cycle, but no one cycles like professional cyclists. So it's pretty much the same here. You can play pickleball, no one's denying it. But when you step on court with these elite athletes, often you might not get a serve back in as well.
It's an interesting point. I've
5:27.
observed perhaps about other sports there might be clear separations in basketball if someone leaps above you and dunks on you. You know, it's not something
6:27.
everyone can do, and so it's an indication that I might not be able to do that. In pickleball, you don't see too many absolutely
Point, Mumbai.
separating shots, and so there's always that sense that maybe I could do this, and I think that's actually great for the sport. The
7:27.
fact that there's always a little bit of hope, a little bit of possibility, and it makes a lot of athletes out of some of non-athletes or people that maybe have never been, you know, top in their sport.
I think the sport lives up to that old saying that it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog, pretty much, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think the kitchen line especially makes it so that you can't overwhelmingly take over with athleticism. And so if you're able to control the ball and get it down, you can really do a lot with what looks like to be not much, right? A lot with a little.
Well, the fight in Hoang Nam Lee has been way too much to handle
27-7.
for Mumbai Pickle Power. This man has absolutely dominated today on court, as the scoreline is evident. 27-7 in his favor. He's been relentless from the start.
Point
And
and
Max
game.
Green just almost poetically says, that's it, I'm done with this. Hoang Nam Lee with one of the best performances we've seen in a men's singles match so far. 27-7 in